What's going on, Sactown? It's Sactown Pete back at it again. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you guys are having a great day. It is officially the off season. The Sacramento Kings are making the headlines, and this comes to Richaun Holmes coming out and wanting to get paid. So, according to a leak source, just reading up on James Ham's article, Holmes and his agent are looking for a contract in the neighborhood of 4 years and $80 million. That's a steep price to pay, but Holmes will be coveted in the open market. Monty McNair goes on to say, "We love Richaun. He had a career year. He's an integral part of the team." And I agree with what what Monty McNair has said in terms of regarding Richaun Holmes. Richaun Holmes, I viewed him as part of the core, and I really do think that he deserves to come back to Sacramento, and he's made that clear that he wants to return to Sacramento, and he loves it here. But the thing is, 4 years, $80 million for a big that has had a career year. I think he's worth it. I definitely think he's worth it, and let me explain why. I think that not only did he have a career year, but the 2 years that he spent in Sacramento, you got to think that we got him for a bargain. I believe Fly Divac at the time 2 years ago signed Richaun Holmes to a 2 year, $10 million deal. It's $5 million a season. Both years, he's proven to be well worth that. And I'm happy for Richaun Holmes because he's proven himself. All the bigs that we've brought in, he's beat every single big out. And if you gotta look back at Dwayne Dedman, Harry Giles, those two bigs, they battled in out camp. Dwayne Dedman was actually got the starting nod over Holmes last 2 seasons ago, and I think that Richaun Holmes paid his dues. He definitely outplayed both of those bigs, and this season in particular, he outplayed Hassan Whiteside. Bagley's got hurt, and he was missed a lot of part of the season, and he definitely stepped in at the right time. And it was a career year for Richaun Holmes. I got nothing against this. In my opinion, I would love to bring him back. I hope we do bring him back, and we'll see because he's a unrestricted free agent. I think there is a team that's out there that may give him what he wants, and that is the 4 years, $80 million. Will it be the Sacramento Kings? That I'm not sure. A lot is going to play a factor what Monty McNair does. If Monty McNair views Richaun Holmes, as he said, integral part of the team, I really do believe that he may roll the dice and get this deal done. It's been reported that he's looking for 4 years, $80 million. That is what it's being reported. You guys may think that we're gonna pay for we're gonna overpay for a big. I don't think it's overpaying for a big. Maybe it is a steep price in ways, but you gotta look at the stats this season, and on top of that, he's still relatively young. He's 27 years old. He's made it clear that he wants to be here in Sacramento and return back and build on what we're building here. And I think that he's one of this season in particular, this past season, he's proven to be one of the best two-way centers in the league. Getting it done on the offensive end, averaging 14 points a game this season and 8 rebounds. And he's got the best push shot in the game. I mean, that thing is automatic, and we've been accustomed to seeing that all season long. And on the defensive end, too, he's been grit and grind. He's been battling on the defensive end. He's definitely showed out and balled out this season, and he gave it his all every single game. Even when he was struggling offensively, he still gave it his all. His grit and grind, his hustle. I really do think that if not us, there will be a team out there that will be paying for what's been reported of what he's looking for. I also think about Danilo Gallinari, Bogdan Bogdanovic. Danilo Gallinari got I think $62 million. He's towards past his prime, and Bogdan Bogdanovic, who's basically entering his prime, he got $72 million. And I think Richaun Holmes, I know those are guards and forwards. I get that, but my point is in terms of talent, those two, especially Gallinari, I was surprised he got $62 million. And hey, man, if he can get that type of money, then Richaun Holmes can definitely get the $80 million that he's looking for over 4 years. Will it mean that the Sacramento Kings may have to sacrifice, make some room for their roster to say get money and sign him, bring him back for 4 years, $80 million? That may be the case. We gave Damian Jones and Metu multi-contract years moving forward. Maybe we sacrifice one or the other, and cut them loose and bring him back to get the money to sign him back. And we're talking about Richaun Holmes. What do you do with Harrison Barnes' contract restructure, or maybe you definitely find a suitor for Harrison Barnes or Buddy Hield? That leaves the question of what do you do with Marvin Bagley? He's owed $24 million, $25 million over the next 2 seasons. Does Monty McNair give up on Bagley and trade him, and then get what they can in return that will save him some cap and bring back Richaun Holmes? There's a lot of options. There's definitely a lot of options. If the Kings want to make this a priority, if they want Richaun Holmes back, and just like how Mr. Holmes said he wants to be back, I think they have options to make this work and make this happen. Then they won't even go beyond or be in the luxury tax territory by bringing him back, especially if they part ways or find suitors for Buddy Hield or Harrison Barnes. But it's going to be interesting, man. It really is going to be interesting. I enjoyed Richaun Holmes the last 2 seasons he's been here with us. I've heard it all. Oh, he's a bench warmer. The Kings are screwing up by trying to. If they give him the back, there it's going to be a bad signing. I don't think it is. I don't think it's going to be a bad signing at all, guys. I think it may be a little overpay for him, determining his market. But like I said, guys, I think that he's shown the last 2 seasons, in particular this past season, that he is a really good two-way player. And whether that's worth $80 million or not, it's definitely debatable. But I'm really going to be interesting to see what Monty McNair does and what he really thinks about Richaun Holmes. I mean, he said it in this article. They love him. He's definitely an integral part of the team, and that's going to be interesting to see because he's a restricted free agent. I'm sure he's going to have a lot of suitors out there, but it's like I said, if we feel like that's too much of an overpay for him, and if he doesn't return, I guarantee you guys there will be a team out there that will pay Richaun Holmes the 4-year, $80 million deals. So with that being said, guys, I'm looking forward to it. Really wish this isn't the last season that Holmes played in the Kings uniform. It would be really nice to see him back in the Kings uniform next season. Maybe they can come to an agreement on the numbers wise, bringing him back. Maybe it won't be $80 million. Maybe it'll be something in the ballparks of $70 or $60 million over 3 years. But I believe that 4th year is going to be in factor, and he wants that 4th year. It's going to be interesting to see. Definitely going to be interesting to see what Monty McNair and the Sacramento Kings front office do regarding Richaun Holmes. I would bring him back. I love him. I think he's just a good two-way center and something that you need on your team. And that has a grit and grind and just that hustle, man, that crazy energy, that nonstop motor that he has. It's definitely so fun to watch. And he's a fan favorite. The fans love him. I know the teammates love him as well. And he's a good character. He has a good character. He's a good blue-collar guy as well. So with that being said, it's going to be very interesting to see what happens with Mr. Richaun Holmes. That's going to do it for me for today's video, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you guys are having a great evening. Enjoying these playoffs. Yeah, these playoffs have been crazy, crazy good. I mean, over the weekend, a lot of good game ones, guys. A lot of good game ones. I'm just hoping that the Sacramento Kings players, coaching staff, front office are watching these playoffs and just get that feel in them and what it could be potentially next season for us. Just do hard or do better. Work hard. Hopefully these playoffs are motivating these guys, our squad, our boys. And we can't wait to see the Sacramento Kings team back in the playoffs. So that's going to do it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much again for tuning in. You guys take care. God bless. Have a good evening. And I'll catch you guys in my next video. Peace.